Shout my hip hop since 1987, niggas. Hip hop since 1987.com.
You one of the few battle rappers that puts out music, you know what I mean, that actually people like. So what do you say to those that feel like battle rappers can't make songs? Or what do you feel is the reason why people say battle rappers can't make songs?
Oh, it's based on just you know, I want to say I don't want to say past failures, but I want to say all stigmas and all perceptions come from history. You see what I'm saying? Battle rapping is battle rapping, you know what I mean, in terms of the vessel in which it's expressed. We call it battle rap, you know what I'm saying? As far as making music, that's a whole nother perspective in receiving the music, you know what I'm saying? So that's a whole nother way to promote and push your artistry, you know what I mean? Those that are experts at battle rapping may not necessarily be experts at making music. That's a whole different format. But with focus, you know, time and energy, that's something that can be, made, possible for everybody to see it in that light. That is good music. But that's just you know, like we all do, practice makes perfect, you know what I'm saying? You got to give your time, you know, to something to make it be something worth receiving. So that's the only thing with that, you know what I mean? Me on the other hand, I, as much as I battle rap, I love to make music too, you know, and I key in on that. But as far as, you know, people feeling that certain artists, you know, don't reach where they feel the standard of success is, you know, that's on a subjective. You know what I mean? To each his own. You know, it's always an opinionated issue, I always say. But you know, as far as me making music, you know, I'm here, man. I'm like a sponge, man. As far as an artist, I always want to be better. You know, I always want to keep creating at new heights and keep influencing. So I take that serious. You know, others may, you know, just be all the way in the battle rap, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? Because we need that from battle artists, and you need what you need from artists that make music, you know. So yeah, it's just you know what you see, and then people practicing to make perfect. That's all. That's what it comes down to.
Okay, so let's talk about Beloved.
Yes.
So you said that's the new EP that you're dropping.
Yeah. First single off that is gonna be Imperial. You know what I mean? Dope record, especially with everything that was going on in New York City with the whole thing about the industry on the New York side, the DJs and you know, radio personnel not getting behind the artists in New York. I thought that was a perfect record to set it off. You know what I'm saying? You know, giving back to well, where I'm from. This whole thing spawned out from where we're from, and you know, to know where you're going, you got to remember where you came from. You know what I'm saying? And so I want to set it off. You know, the world is round. You know, so you got to come back to the source. So that's what we're doing on Beloved too. So Imperial is the first single off of there. And you know, got some surprise features. I think people be flattered that we went.
Can't tell us any of them.
Yeah, not yet. You know, because it's some things that are there, and there's other things that I want to get in stone. You know what I'm saying?
What about production? Anything you can tell us about that?
So far as production, we got Ill Mind on it. Marvino, man, Marvino. This young boy I've worked very, very closely with. He produced Imperial. Man, he's exceptional. He did some work for Jim Jones. A few others, man. We just we clicked, you know what I mean? Something about his music, and then just him as a person, while wouldn't, you know, which is his offspring in terms of his sound. You know, I clicked with that. But he's so dope, man. I work primarily with him on this. A few others, like C Note, who produced for Gucci, and a few others. Dope producer. Yeah, you know, I'm still spawning out. Like, I'm still creating right now, still creating. But I think it's going to be exceptional. Like I said, we always evolving. We're always looking to evolve. So my fans and people who tune into me, they can always expect me, like I always say in every interview, giving them 110 or 120%. I'm trying to always go there, man. Outdo the last feat, you know. And that's what it's about, man. I believe in the journey of life, man. Evolution is everything, you know what I'm saying? And that's where having a love for something, you should keep evolving with it. You know, the more time you put into it. But Beloved 2 is going to be something.
So basically between now and Beloved 2, you got the battle.
Yeah.
And you're going to be working on the project. Anything else you're going to be working on that we need to know about?
Yeah, we got to work on that right now. That's in stone as far as the music. Other things is kind of outside of that.
Yeah.
You know, and it's I got them in stone. You know, just you know they works in progress, but be working.
If you wasn't doing this music, what else would you be doing?
I'll be studying though. I don't know. Yeah. That's the thing, you know. People they always keying on, you know, like what's your next, what you doing next, or how you see it. And I always tell them, you know, I'll be just as shocked as you at one point or another, because, you know, with looking to grow and evolve and edify yourself, man. Those how would you say, epiphanies, you know, I guess, you know, they come with pursuit. You know, they say God speaks to those in pursuit. So I always say I'm a soldier in God's army, you know what I mean? His will is my way, you know, so however he sees it, you know, just know I'm tuning in to truly, you know, what I'm here for. And these new things that will come to be are just new discoveries for me. And I got to get all the way in them. So if I wasn't doing this, you know, he'll let me know. Yeah. And I'll get it done. You see what I'm saying?
Now, you had said with Beloved that you had touched upon the way that people were talking about New York rap and everything that was coming with that. How do you feel about New York rap? Because you like I said, you've been around from all angles of it. Yeah. As an artist, making songs, as a rapper, doing battles, and really being in the streets. So that's you really got to be in the streets to do the battle shit. Yeah, yeah. So, what do you think is the problem with New York music, if there's a problem? And what can be done to change it or bring it back to where it was?
No, really what it is people were so used for a long time New York having an identity or a certain sound. But the misconception is hip-hop is a universal thing. The culture is broader than trying to put it in divisions. You know what I mean? Or you know, dividing into this pie and this. We influence one another too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, you may say some things that influence my studies, and I may get that premise and innovate on top of it. That's what Steve Jobs was doing over, God, you know, rest his soul, when he was over at Mac. He was seeing great things, you know, but he was learning and seeking, how can we make it better? But when you think about life in a broad spectrum, that's what it's about. When you come here, there's already a board, there's already a base, things are set. You know, full of thoughts, you know what I mean, that great minds, such as yourself, you know, been here and put together. So when we look at everything that's around us, their thoughts, you know, edifices that are here. And we're looking to how do we build on what my fathers did? How do I take their works and take them to new heights? And that's what the whole misconception is. New York did what it was supposed to do at the time it came. And it built this thing called hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? And in its birth, you know, it spread out to so many great minds. You know, so I think that's what it is. People are still looking for, well, what's New York sound? The sound is the sound. You know what I'm saying? Everything that's going on, man, it's us. It's hip-hop. Yeah. And it shouldn't be divided. I don't think so. I just think, you know, artists just got to be true to them. You know, and this is how you keep hip-hop growing and evolving in the right way. You know what I'm saying? That's what I always tell people. They ask you, oh, what could advice you can lend to another artist, or, you know, in their journey? I say, just stay true. Stay true to you and stay focused. As long as you do that, man, you're gonna be, every time you look up, in the right space. Okay. That's what it's all about. So
for the people that's watching this, anything you want to leave them with before we get out of here? And you know we're gonna need some bars, right?
No, listen, I would though, look. But I always tell people, I can't. It's my thing, you know me. When I'm getting ready for these things.
Yeah, you gotta keep it tight.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. We don't put bullets in their gun. You see what I'm saying? But to those, you know, watching, you know me, if you're an artist or, no, everybody watching, you're in pursuit of something. Stay focused, stay true to yourself. Keep your eye on the road, man. We need you. It's gonna take all of us to keep the wheel turning. The world is round, you know what I'm saying? So everybody needs everybody. And that's a key ingredient. I don't care who you are. You gotta focus on what you're here to do. So please do that, and stay in tune to what I'm doing, man. If you know, like what you hear, at I am Loaded Lux, man. That's the Twitter, that's the Instagram. IamLoadedLux.com. You know what I'm saying? Just tune in to me. LoadedLux.co too. But I'm here, man. I'm working.
Okay. It's your boy Rick Dange signing out with my nigga Loaded Lux, live from South by Southwest.
Shout my hip hop since 1987, niggas. Hip hop since 1987.com.